Hello, my dear students of BSc first semester. So, welcome to physics classes. Our next topic, that is a very important topic, that is called exchange of energy between individual pendulums. So, energy is always, this is a very important article and always come in the exams as a long answer or as a short answer type question. So always remember that there is an exchange of energy between the pendulums, not between the normal modes. So I will explain both, that there is exchange of energy between the pendulums and there is no exchange of energy between the normal modes. So we will discuss in detail. So first of all, how energy is exchanged between the individual pendulums. First we derive a mathematical relation, then I will explain it. So how energy, so to explain this, first of all, we know that in the previous article we derived the value of small x and small y. So small x is this, I will also write small y. Small x is equal to this, clear? Oscillation of the pendulums with normal modes. So I put, for simple, making it simple, we will put A1 is equal to A2 is equal to A, omega 1 is equal to omega 2 is equal, and also phi 1 is equal to phi 2 is equal to phi. Phi 1 is equal to phi 2 is equal to not phi, this we take it 0 for making it simple. So using this, x will become, x is equal to a cos of omega 1 t plus a cos of omega t. Clear thing? Or you can say x is equal to, taking a common, that is cos of omega 1 t plus cos of omega 2 t. So this is cos c plus cos d. This is cos c plus cos d. So cos c plus cos d, that is equal to x is equal to, this implies a cos of, we can write omega 2 minus omega 1 by 2 into t, and cos of omega 1 plus omega 2 by 2 into t. Can we write this? So this is equal to, this is the value of x cos c plus cos d, that is equal to 2 cos, here is also 2 cos c plus d by 2 cos of omega 2 minus c minus d by 2, that is minus or plus cos of minus theta is equal to cos theta. So right here cos omega 2 minus omega 1 by 2 into t. Clearly? So this is our value of x. Now we can also write the value of small y. Small y that is also equal to a1, we have derived in the previous lecture. Y is equal to a1 cos of omega 1 t minus phi 1, only here is minus sign, minus a2 cos of omega 2 t minus phi 2. Now taking again, this is equal to a, this is equal to 0, we get this is equal to, y is equal to a cos of omega 1 t minus cos of omega 2 t, taking this a taking common. Clear? Like this. Only difference between these two is, here is plus, here is minus. Now cos c minus cos c minus cos t, cos c minus d, that is we can write 2a sine of omega 2 minus, we know this formula, so I write it directly, omega 1 plus omega 2, or you can also write here omega 2 plus omega 1 by 2. Both are the same. Clear? So these are the equations, take it. Now you can also make it another way simple. X is equal to 2a cos of omega 2 minus omega 1 by 2. I am writing here 2a cos of omega m t cos of omega a t. Clear? Right here 2a cos of omega m t cos of omega a t. Similarly, small y, that is equal to 2a sine of, this I am taking omega m t sine of omega a t. Where again where I write here omega, where I write here where omega 1 plus omega 2 by 2, that is equal to omega A. I write here where omega 1 plus omega 2 by 2, this is equal to the plus, this is equal to omega A, this is equal to omega A. This is the average frequency of normal modes. Clear? With this frequency, with the omega A, with this frequency the pendulums are oscillating, and this is the average frequency of normal modes. Because we know, we have done in the previous articles that omega 1 and omega 2 are the normal frequencies, the frequencies for the two normal modes respectively. So when we take its average, this becomes the average frequency of normal, average angular frequency you can write, average angular frequency of normal modes. And what about omega m? Omega m is equal to omega 2 minus omega 1 by 2. This is equal to modulating frequency. This is very important. This is modulating frequency. Modulating frequency, or it is also called beat frequency. It is also called beat frequency. This is modulating frequency, that is omega m. With this frequency, with the omega m, the amplitude is oscillating with this sinusoidally, with this frequency. Clear? So we make this equation in another simple way like this. X is equal to, I write this 2a cos omega mt. This I will take amplitude A1. This is cos of omega AT, and write y is equal to this. I write this A2. Y is equal to A2 cos sine of, one wave is one is in terms of cos and another is in terms of what? In terms of cos, and another is in terms of sine. So now we make this complex form to a simple form, where A1, A2 are the amplitudes, and A1, what is A1? A1 is this. A1 is this. So where A1 is equal to 2a cos of omega mt, and A2 is equal to 2a sine of omega mt. So these are the amplitudes. So these amplitudes are oscillating sinusoidally with omega m, and the pendulums or oscillators, they are oscillating with the frequency omega m, that is called the modulating frequency. So this is very important to understand. Now our question is how energy is exchanging between the pendulums. So I draw a diagram, and you will see from that diagram that how the pendulums exchange the energy between each other. So first I draw, this is for this is T, and here this is X. Similarly we draw for Y, small y. This is small t time. Now this is maximum, here where is this is 0, here is maximum value, and where this is maximum, here will be 0, and when there will be 0, here will be maximum. So like this, here is the oscillating omega A with frequency omega A, amplitude is oscillating with frequency omega A, and pendulums are oscillating with frequency omega m. Clear? This is y. This is y. So this is a graph between x and t, and I divide the time. We divide the time in intervals Tm by 8. Tm by 8. So if this is 0, this is here is Tm by 8. Tm by 8. and here is Tm by 4 and so on. Clear? Same is the situation here. Here is Tm by 8 and here is which maximum, this is Tm by 4, so on. Then again add Tm by 4, Tm by 8, then again add Tm by 8. So Tm by 4 plus Tm by 4 into 2 means 8. This will be Tm, 8 is the LCM, this is 2Em plus Tm, that is 3 Tm by 8. So next will be 3 Tm by 8, so on, continues. So what you see from this diagram, that first of all we suppose that whole of the energy, now energy is exchanging between the two pendulums, and there is no driven system, no driving system. There is driven system and driving system, sorry, but we can't distinguish between a driving system and driven system. So pay attention. There is the I wrote in the previous lecture that the driving system and driven system in the coupled oscillator are indistinguishable. We can't distinguish between them. Clear? So first suppose that the whole of the energy is with pendulum, first with pendulum P1. Now here energy is always directly proportional to amplitude square. This is for one pendulum and this is for second pendulum. I am drawing this diagram. The pendulums are oscillating to and fro like this. Clear? So we know that pendulum, if this is the one position like this, they are oscillating. So that is the position. This is showing. Clear? Positive, negative. Also you can say or left and right. Clear? So whole of the energy is with pendulum P1. So energy is directly proportional to amplitude scale. So here, see, here the amplitude is maximum. So whole of the energy is with pendulum P1. Clear? If this is the amplitude, means energy, maximum energy. Now see, this amplitude goes on decreasing with the passage of time. Here it becomes 0. Then it again increases. Then again becomes 0. And see here, when this is maximum, here amplitude is 0. So you can say from this diagram that whole of the energy is with this pendulum and there is no energy with this pendulum. But with the passage of time, the energy of first pendulum, who have maximum energy previous, goes on decreasing, and the energy of this pendulum goes on increasing. And at time Tm by 8, here is Tm by 8 and here is also Tm by 8. At Tm by 8, amplitudes are same, means they have same energy, because the energy of this is decreasing, this is increasing. At some time, that time is Tm by 8, both of the pendulums have same energy. But at time Tm by 4, again with the passage of time, this energy of this pendulum goes on increasing and energy of this pendulum goes on decreasing. And at Tm by 8, here Tm by 4, sorry, at Tm by 4 the energy of this pendulum is 0 and whole of the energy is with this pendulum. Whole of the energy is with this pendulum. Then again this is repeating. So we can say that there is a exchange of energy between the pendulums. There is exchange of energy between the pendulums. First of all, whole of the energy is with pendulum P1. With the passage of time, the energy of pendulum P1 goes on decreasing and energy of second pendulum goes on increasing. And at time Tm by 8, both pendulums have same energy, and at Tm by 4, the energy of this pendulum is 0 and energy of this is maximum. So in this way, the energy is exchanging between the pendulums. You can also show it diagrammatically like this, that if first whole of the energy is with pendulum P1, I show like this. Clear? So first of all, whole of the energy is with pendulum P1. Clear? So this is P1, this is P2. So this is amplitude, full amplitude, x is equal to 2a. And then whole of the energy is with pendulum after the passage of time at Tm by 4. Whole of the energy is with pendulum P2. whole of the energies with pendulum P1. Okay, at Tm/4 the energies with pendulum P2. So diagrammatically this is P2, this is P1. We can also show like this. Okay, whole of energies with pendulum P2 at Tm/4, whole of the energies pendulum P1 at Tm at T equal to 0, and at Tm/8 the both pendulums have same energy. Yeah. We also show it mathematically like this, that for pendulum P1, for P1 energy E1 is equal to, we know that energy is equal to half m omega, here is A square because pendulums A are oscillating with this frequency, into amplitude A1 square, and put the value of A1. So what you get, that is equal to half m omega A square 2a cos of omega m t whole square. So this is equal to 1 2 goes with this 2, this will become 2 m omega A square, this is A square cos square omega m t. Taking this equation number A, then for pendulum P2, for P2, yes, for P2 E2 is equal to half m omega A square A2 square. Clear ji? And what is A2? Put the value of A2 from here, that is equal to half m omega A square 2a sin omega m t square. So this is 2m omega A square sin square omega m t. Here 2 2's are 4, that 4 goes with this 2, only 2 is remaining. Taking this equation number B. Now adding A and B. So E is equal to E1 plus E2. Yes, that will be when adding these two, sin square theta plus cos square theta, that is equal to 1. We have only remaining, that is equal to 2m omega A square, and this is equal to any constant, because these whole terms are constant. This is equal to E naught. So put here the value of 2m omega A square, that is equal to, this will become, so this implies E1 become, E1 is this now, E1 is this, so E1 become, that is equal to E naught cos square omega m t. So this equation A converted to this, then E2, this equation, this is E naught, this is equal to sin square omega m t, taking equation number B. So from A and B, the equations A and B, the energies of, this is pendulum P1, this is pendulum P2, they depend upon small t. So if they are depending upon time, so we can say that there is an exchange of energy between the pendulums. So this is very important. And then the question rises, that is a very, very important question, always come in short answer type question, that there is, write down, there is no exchange, very important, no exchange of energy between normal modes. There is no exchange of energy between the normal modes. Yes. So these are the values of capital X and capital Y. Capital X and capital Y. Clear? Amplitude is here this. So energy for X mod. Yes, that is equal to half m. Can I write half m omega for in phase mod? Omega is omega 1. Omega 1 is equal to under root G over L. We know omega 1 square into amplitude square, that is equal to 2a square. So this will become 2m omega 1 square a square. Clear? ठीक है जी. And energy for Y mod. So don't resemble with the previous, because here is omega 1. At that in pendulums omega A. half m omega 2 under root g by l plus 2s by n for y mod, or out of phase mod you can also see 2a square. So this is equal to also 2m omega 1 here, omega 2 here. So this is for y out of phase mod, this is for in phase mod. So from this you can say that this is for in phase mod Ex, this is for out of phase mod Ey. From these two you can say that energy is independent of time. Energy is, so you have to write this, the energy is independent of time, doesn't depend upon time. So there is no exchange of energy between the normal mods. So there is no exchange of energy between the normal mods. So this is all about this. Thank you.